Ever had a conversation lurking in the shadows, like that monster under the bed you're too scared to face? Or maybe you're dodging those tricky talks because, well, let's face it, they can feel like facing a dragon. But hold on, don't bolt for the hills just yet. Those difficult conversations? They're not villains. They're your secret ingredient. Yep, you heard that right. Here's the lowdown. Conversations have 3 acts. Kind of like a blockbuster movie, but without the explosions, usually. Act 1. The first part of a conversation is about finding out what happened, which tends to cause a blame game and a fault-finding fest, which also makes people feel bad or causes a struggle. Act 2. The second part of a conversation is about feelings and whether you and your counterpart have a right to the feelings that you do, even if the subject isn't discussed openly. Act 3. The third part of the conversation is about identity. The focus in this act is figuring out who is right and wrong, and if you are to blame and deserve love. When a person's sense of identity is threatened, they try to regain their balance, even if it hurts the conversation. In Act 1 of the conversation, the argument is usually about who has the correct version of the truth. This is loony, since no one has the ultimate truth, since they may not know the complete truth about a situation or the intentions. Both sides may be sure that the other side is the problem. Both sides need an explanation of the causes and issues they are involved in. Both parties should stay open-minded even if they both think they're right. Both should learn about each other's viewpoints and lean closer to the middle, which is more realistic and factual. No one can be sure of one's intentions, since one's choices are often subconscious. Even if the reasons are good, it doesn't mean that one's actions won't leave a negative impact. You may realize that even if you didn't intend to hurt another person, you may actually hurt them by accident. It's hard for both parties to be objective in a difficult conversation because emotions run high. It's vital to acknowledge your feelings and the opposing parties. If the other party is giving you a hard time and keeps blaming and judging you, look more into what emotions they're experiencing behind these accusations. Expressing feelings and processing them are 2 different things. Sometimes people avoid having hard conversations because they mess with their sense of self-worth, since these conversations can make a person feel unlovable and incompetent. People's identities are complex. That's why we need to be mindful about how our conversations will affect the person. Don't try to control the other party's reaction to your discussion, but be prepared for almost anything. You have to face your own imperfections, complex identity, intentions, and your part in causing the problem. Choose which difficult conversations are worth having and explain your side of the story well. See if there are other ways to deal with a problem, rather than discussing it. Sometimes it's best to let go of trying to have a conversation while still being on good terms. Sometimes it isn't about you. Getting to know the counterpart's story is a good idea. See how you feel without attacking the other side, and resolve the problem together if possible. Consider your perspective and the other side before you dive into your difficult conversation. Otherwise, you might both fail to hear one another and only talk about your side of the story. Consider what a third party without involvement in your conversation would say. Hear the other side and make them feel understood. Listen to the other side with genuine curiosity. This will also help you feel heard. Speak up, because if you do, the conversation may continue. Be comfortable in the conversation and make the other side feel comfortable too. Try presenting the discussion in a different way and listen. The talk may not go the way you want. Don't rush or expect a fast solution, since you want to create a good solution for both of you. If there's something that's bothering you and preventing you from speaking up, bring it to light. Both sides can come up with a solution that's worthwhile. You and your chatmate can brew up a solution together. Thanks for watching.